first time I raised my hand and said, I can't do this anymore. I give up. So
wow.
became unsilent for the first time. And it was not pretty, but I made it to the first treatment center, relapse, second treatment center, relapse, third, fourth, fifth, 3 sober living homes, get kicked out of my house, literally went from party at the Playboy mansion to 2 or 3 years later, I'm living in a mold infested trailer off the banks of the Cumberland here off Trinity Lane in Nashville with a roommate named Beaver. And so I got the double wide mold infested trailer with literally a hole in the floor.
Was that environment enough to just wake you up in a way?
It was hard to get to the depths of my suppressing and isolating and lying to myself. My message has become unsilent. I would get sober for a little while, and then I would start to suppress real stuff that was going on that I wasn't talking to people about. And I would start to isolate, and then I would start to lie, and then I start to escape, find ways to escape out of that, and then numb out. And then I would just go back into that silent journey, suppressing, isolating, lying. And it was finally when you get to that point of like trembling, where trembling is like, I gotta say something. I finally learned today to be able to speak up and share and tear up the old script. And so I've implemented that technique of tearing up the script of the life that you're living instead of staying in terror and trembling and going back into that silent cycle. So
wow.
I encourage people, when you get to that point of trembling, like just say your truth. And maybe the truth isn't like I'm dying inside. Maybe the truth is I need to get out of this relationship I'm in. Maybe the truth is I need to get to bed early, or I need to get off social media, or I need to get off the dating apps. Like it doesn't have to be massive, deep stuff like the stuff I've been through, because we all had an amputated spirit. Like you don't have to have a prosthetic leg to have felt what it feels like to have an amputated spirit.
And I feel like so many people are afraid to speak their truth and talk out of fear of judgment, out of fear of, I know with me, when I was struggling in the past, it was, how is anyone going to feel for me or help me when I look like everything's going so great? But internally, it was a totally different story. Like, I know they do, but I got to focus on me first before I can help anyone else, right? And so it was this thing where you didn't know where to go, and you didn't know, but I think a lot of people have that, where it's like you are struggling, and I think what I learned from it is like, if the people don't want to listen to you, then go find another room.